Hello everyone, I am Old School. I welcome you for today's session of Speedy Current Affairs of September month, September 2021. Let's get started. According to Speedy report released on 1st September, which country has become Asia's largest importer of arms? India. According to Speedy report released on September 1st, which country has become Asia's largest importer of arms? It's India. Who will present over the meeting of United Security Council, Harshvardhan Sringhale, will, who will preside over the meeting of the United Nations Security Council. It's Harshvardhan Sringhale. In which state assembly on September 1st, the center had passed a resolution against agricultural law. It's Tamil Nadu. In which state assembly on September 1st, the center had passed a resolution against agricultural law. Tamil Nadu. Who was appointed as the executive director of RBI, Ajay Kumar. Who was appointed as the executive director of RBI, Ajay Kumar. Which state cabinet has announced Mera Kaam Mera Maan Yojana for unemployed youth on September? It's Punjab. Which state cabinet has announced Mera Kaam Mera Maan Yojana for unemployed youth? It's Punjab. Which country has become Asia's largest importer of arms, according to the report of SETI, India? Which bank has opened a floating ATM at Dal Lake? It's SBI. Which bank has opened the floating ATM at Dal Lake? SBI. On September 1st, Sabarna Roy has won the Times Excellence Award. Who are they? Writer. Sabarna Roy has won the Times Excellence Award 2021. She is writer. Who has become the new Director General of Indira Gandhi for Atomic Research, V. Venkataraman. V. Venkataraman has become the new Director General of Indira Gandhi. Which state government has announced to provide free water to its citizens? It's Goa. Goa state government has announced to provide free water to its citizens. On September 1st, who has become the first district to vaccinate 100% of the eligible population? Indore. Indore has become the first district to vaccinate 100% of the eligible population. Who has been chosen by Adidas for its Stay in Play campaign? Mirabai Chanu. Mirabai Chanu has been chosen by Adidas for, for its Stay in Play campaign. On September 1st, which state government has set a target of achieving 100% literacy? Nagaland. Nagaland is the state government which has set target of achieving 100% literacy. How many people have been selected for the Ramon Maxey Award? It's five. Five people have been selected for the Ramon Maxey Award. Which Bangladesh vaccine scientist has been awarded by the Ramon Maxey Award? Firdausi Qadri. Firdausi Qadri is the Bangladeshi vaccine scientist who has been awarded by Ramon Maxey Award. Which day was celebrated on 2nd September? It's World Coconut Day. World Coconut Day was celebrated on 2nd September. Which actor who was the winner of Big Boss 13 died? It's Siddharth Shukla. Siddharth Shukla is the actor who was the winner of Big Boss 13 has died on September 2. Kajin 21 joint military exercise between India and which country? Kazakhstan. Kajin 21 joint military exercise between India and Kazakhstan has started on September 2. Governor of which union territory has inaugurated the initiative named SAAT? It's Jammu Kashmir. Governor of which union territory has inaugurated the initiative named SAAT? Jammu Kashmir. Which IIT has developed the world's first based air purifier on September? It's IIT Roper. IIT Roper has developed the world's first plant-based air purifier on September 2. Who got the first place in the World University Ranking? Who got the first place in World University Ranking released by Times Higher Education? Oxford University, United Kingdom. Who got the first place in the World University Ranking by Times Higher Education? It's Oxford University, UK. Which country has declared a food emergency on 2nd September due to foreign exchange crisis and rising food price? Sri Lanka. Which country has declared a food emergency on 2nd September due to foreign exchange crisis and rising food price? That's Sri Lanka. On September 2, 2021, who has become the first woman engineer of India to work in a coal mine? Akanksha Kumari, Jharkhand. Akanksha Kumari, Jharkhand has become the first woman engineer of India to work in a coal mine, which Ladakh administration has declared as its state animal on September 2. Snow leopard. Snow leopard. Ladakh administration has declared as its state animal. Snow leopard. With which country India has conducted the 28th edition of naval exercise Syntax in South China Sea? It's Singapore. Which country India has conducted the 28th edition of the naval exercise Syntax in South China Sea? It's Singapore. Who is hosting the Bright Star multinational joint military exercise with 21 countries in the Mediterranean Sea? Egypt. Who is hosting the Bright Star multinational joint military exercise with 21 countries in the Mediterranean Sea? Egypt. Which state Rajiv Gandhi Orang National Park has been renamed as Orang National Park? Assam. Which state Rajiv Gandhi Orang National Park has been renamed as Orang National Park? Assam. Who has become the highest goal scorer football player on September 3? Cristiano Ronaldo. Who has become the highest goal scorer football player? Cristiano Ronaldo. Which space agency Mars rover received the first stone sample for return on September 3? NASA. Which space agency Mars rover received the first stone sample for return? NASA. Which will the 12th Defense Expo 2022 be organized as announced? It's Gandhinagar, Gujarat. Where will the 12th Defense Expo 2022 be organized as announced? It's Gandhinagar, Gujarat. On September 3, 2021, who has become the first Indian female athlete to win two Paralympic medals? Avani Lekarhara. On September 3, who has become the first Indian female athlete to win two Paralympic medals? Avani Lekarhara. In which event did Avani Lekarhara win a bronze medal at the Tokyo Paralympics? 50-meter rifle free position SH1. In which event Avani Lekarhara win a bronze medal at Tokyo Paralympic 50-meter rifle free position SH1. Who has won the World Photographer of the Year 2021 award? It's Alejandro Prieto. Who has won the World Photographer of the Year 2021 awards? Alejandro Prieto. Which state government has launched Atmanirbhar Krishi Yojana? Arunachal Pradesh. Which state government has launched Atmanirbhar Krishi Yojana? It's Arunachal Pradesh. Which state government has launched Atmanirbhar Krishi Yojana? Arunachal Pradesh. Which ministry launched Ayush Aapke Dwar campaign? Ministry of Ayush. Which ministry has launched Ayush Aapke Dwar campaign? Ministry of Ayush. PM Modi released the commemorative coin of how many rupees on the birth anniversary of Swami Prabhupada? Rupees 125. PM Modi released the commemorative coin of how many rupees on the birth anniversary of Swami Prabhupada? Rupees 125. Which country hosted the International Climate Summit 2020 and 21 held on September 3? India. Which country has hosted the International Climate Summit 2020 and 21 held on September 3, India? In which country will the IUCN World Conservation Congress 2020 be organized? France. In which country will the IUCN World Conservation Congress 2020 be organized? France. Which day was celebrated on 4th September? International Vulture Awareness Day. International Vulture Awareness Day was celebrated on 4th September. According to the information, where is the world's largest floating solar park being built? From Kareshwar Dam, MP. According to the information, where is the world's largest floating solar park being built? From Kareshwar Dam, MP. Which High Court has asked the centre to declare the cow as the national animal? Allahabad High Court. Which High Court has asked the centre to declare the cow as the national animal? Allahabad High Court. Which state government has approved 27% reservation for OBC? Madhya Pradesh. Which state government has approved 27% reservation for OBC? Madhya Pradesh. In which city the Maharashtra government has announced to set up Science City after Rajiv Gandhi? Pune. In which city the Maharashtra government has announced to set up a Science City after Rajiv Gandhi? It's Pune. Who has launched digital skilling program Springboard? Infosys. Who has launched digital skilling program Springboard? Infosys. Which state government has launched Be the Warrior campaign? Kerala. Which state government has launched the Be the Warrior campaign? Kerala. On whose birthday Teachers' Day was celebrated across country? Sarvapalli Radhakrishnan. On whose birthday Teachers' Day was celebrated across country? Sarvapalli Radhakrishnan. Which ministry launched the Why Break or Yoga Break app on September? Ministry of Ayush by Sarnanda Sonewal. Which ministry launched the Why Break of Yoga Break? Ministry of Ayush by Sarnanda Sonewal. In which state Karbi Anglong Agreement has been signed on? Assam. In which state Karbi Anglong Agreement? Anglo, you can mark it. Anglo Agreement, and it is in Assam. Which day was celebrated on 5th September? International Charity Day. International Charity Day was celebrated on 5th September. Which wildlife sanctuary of Assam has been declared as the environmentally sensitive area? Deepor Peel Wildlife Sanctuary. Which wildlife sanctuary of Assam has been declared as the environmentally sensitive area? Deepor Peel Wildlife Sanctuary. Which Indian ship participated in the first naval exercise held between India and Algeria? INS Tabar. Which Indian ship participated in the first naval exercise held between India and Algeria? INS Tabar. INS Tabar is the Indian ship which has gone for expedition in many countries. So whenever you come across these type of thing, which ship has gone here and there, then you can name it INS Tabar. In which state the foundation stone of the first electric vehicle charging station has been laid? Meghalaya. In which state the foundation stone of the first electric vehicle charging station has been laid? Meghalaya. Which company has won the Association for Talent Development ATD 2021 Best Award? Power Grid. Which company has won the Association for Talent Development ATD 2021 Best Award? Power Grid, as the name suggests, power. Which country topped the Tokyo Paralympic 2020? It's China. Which country topped the Tokyo Paralympic 2020? China. Who was the Indian flag bearer at the closing ceremony of Tokyo Paralympic 2020 held on September 5? Avani Lekarhara. Who was the Indian flag bearer at the closing ceremony of Tokyo Paralympic? Avani Lekarhara. How many medals did India win in Tokyo Paralympic Games? 19. How many medals India win in Tokyo Paralympic Games? 19. On September 6, 2021, China, Pakistan, Thailand, and which country together started military exercise shared testing? Mongolia. China, Pakistan, Thailand, and Mongolia together started military exercise shared testing. Which state government has announced the ban on online gambling and betting? Karnataka. Which state government has announced the ban on online gaming and betting? Karnataka. In which state the ITBP team has successfully climbed Mount Balbala, Uttarakhand? In which state the ITBP team has successfully climbed Mount Balbala, Uttarakhand? Between which two countries the fourth edition of naval exercise Ocean Tex began? India, Australia. Between which two countries the fourth edition of naval exercise Aussie Index began? India and Australia on September 6. Who has become the first Asian country to launch a plastic agreement? India. Which become the first Asian country to launch a plastic agreement? India. Loblina Borgohain has become the brand ambassador of which state? Samar Shiksha Abhiyan, Assam. Loblina Borgohain has become the brand ambassador of which state? Samagr Shiksha Abhiyan, Assam. Willow cricket bat of which UT will be given GI tag? Kashmir. Willow cricket bat of which UT will be given a GI tag? Kashmir. Which country's construction firm has made asphalt with flora fragrance? Poland. Which country construction firm has made asphalt with floral fragrance? Poland. The Chief Minister of which state has launched Go to Hill 2.0 outreach campaign? It's Manipur. The Chief Minister of which state has launched Go to Hills 2.0 outreach campaign? Manipur. Which country celebrated the Independence Day? It's Brazil. Brazil is the country which has celebrated Independence Day on September 7. Brazil. In which state India's first dugong conservation reserve has been announced to be established? Tamil Nadu. In which state India's first dugong conservation reserve has been announced? Tamil Nadu. Where India's first biobrick-based building has started? IIT Hyderabad. Where India's first biobrick-based building has started? It's IIT Hyderabad. Which country has become the first country to make Bitcoin a national currency? El Salvador. Which country has become the first country to make Bitcoin national currency? El Salvador. Which day was celebrated on 8th September? International Literacy Day. Which day was celebrated on 8th September? International Literacy Day. Which state has launched Vatan Prem Yojana? It's Gujarat. Which state has launched Vatan Prem Yojana? Gujarat. Who has been appointed by the Taliban as its new prime minister in Afghanistan? Mullah Hassan Akhund. Who has been appointed by the Taliban as its new prime minister in Afghanistan? Mullah Hassan Akhund. Which state government has appointed Rajneesh Kumar as its economic advisor? Andhra Pradesh. Which state government has appointed Rajneesh Kumar as its economic advisor? Andhra Pradesh. Which country has become the first country in the world to vaccinate 2-year-old children? Cuba. Which country has become the first country in the world to vaccinate 2-year-old? Cuba. Which Indian biologist has won the global award in turtle conservation? Shailendra Singh. Which Indian biologist has won the global award in turtle conservation? Shailendra Singh. Who has become the fastest Indian bowler to take 100 wickets in Test cricket? Jaspreet Bumrah. Who has become the fastest Indian bowler to take 100 wickets in Test cricket? Jaspreet Bumrah. Who has received the 7th Yamin Hazarika Women of Substance Award? Namita Gokhale. Who has received the 7th Yamin Hazarika Women of Substance Award? Namita Gokhale. Who was honored with the International Young Eco Hero Award? Ayan Sankta, Mumbai. Ayan Sankta, Mumbai was honored with the International Young Eco Hero Award the year 2021. In which country did the Indian Army participate in the multinational military exercise Japan? Russia. In which country did the Indian Army participate in the multinational military exercise Japan? Russia. Which state government has launched Pran Vayu Devta Pension Yojana? It's Haryana. Which state government has launched Pran Vayu Devta Pension Yojana? Haryana. In which city India's tallest air purifier has been installed? Chandigarh. In which city India's tallest air purifier has been installed? Chandigarh. What is the theme of Himalaya Day celebrated on 9th September? Contribution of Himalayas and our responsibilities. What is the theme of Himalaya Day celebrated on 9th September? Contribution of Himalayas and our responsibilities. The death anniversary of Submarinium Bharat has been declared as which day in Tamil Nadu? Mahakavi Divas. The death anniversary of Subramaniam Bharati has been declared as which day in Tamil Nadu? Mahakavi Divas. Mahakavi Divas. Where is the world's largest carbon dioxide capturing plant started? Iceland. Where is the world's largest carbon dioxide capturing plant started? Iceland. Which country has launched the Earth observation satellite? Gofen 502. It's in China. Which country has launched the Earth observation satellite? Gofen 502. China. Which country has decided to legalize small-scale cannabis cultivation? Italy. Which country has decided to legalize small-scale cannabis cultivation? Italy. Who has presided over the 13th BRICS Summit? Narendra Modi. Who has presided over 13th BRICS Summit? Narendra Modi. Which campaign has been launched by the Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs? Maybe Digital 3.0. Which campaign has been launched by the Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs? Maybe Digital. Which day was celebrated on September 10? World Suicide Prevention Day. World Suicide Prevention Day was celebrated on September 10th. Which country's Supreme Court has declared abortion illegal? Mexico. Which country's Supreme Court has declared abortion illegal? Mexico. Who won the Women Award for Fiction 2021 on September 10? British writer Susan Clarke for the novel Piranesi. Who won the Women Award for Fiction 2021 on September 10? British writer Susanna Clarke for the novel Piranesi. India's first emergency landing facility has been inaugurated on the national highway Satyagandhav Gandhav section on NH 925 in Barmer, Rajasthan. India's first emergency landing facility has been inaugurated on the national highway Satyagandhav Gandhav section on NH 925 in Barmer, Rajasthan. Who has become the first state to implement cyber security in the power sector? Madhya Pradesh. Who has become the first state to implement cyber security in the power sector? It's Madhya Pradesh. Which state has become the first to test vaccine supplied by drone? Telangana. Which state has become the first to test vaccine supplied by drone? It's Telangana. Which state government has launched a serovalence study to assess the spread of COVID-19? Kerala. Which state government has launched a seroprevalence study to assess the spread of COVID? Kerala. In which country has Debojyoti Mishra won the Best Music Director Award? Spain. In which country has Debojit Mishra won the Best Music Director Award? Spain. In which state Nuakhai Festival has been celebrated? Odisha. In which state Nuakhai Festival has been celebrated? Odisha. Nuakhai Festival, Odisha. Denmark and Tamil Nadu have planned to build an emergency island in which bay? Gulf of Mannar. Denmark and Tamil Nadu have planned to build an emergency island in which bay? Gulf of Mannar. Which day was celebrated on September 11? World First Aid Day. World First Aid Day was celebrated on September 11. According to the report, what percentage of India's industrial production has increased in July 2021? 11.5%. According to report, what percent of India's industrial production has increased? 11.5. PM Modi inaugurated Sardar Dham Bhavan through video conferencing in which state? Ahmedabad. PM Modi inaugurated Sardar Dham Bhavan through video conferencing in Ahmedabad. Which ministry has launched the program बुजुर्गों की बात देश के साथ Ministry of Culture. Which ministry has launched the program बुजुर्गों की बात देश के साथ Ministry of Culture. Who has been appointed as the mentor of the Indian team for T20 World Cup? Mahendra Singh Dhoni. Who has been appointed as the mentor of Indian team for the T20 World Cup? It's Mahendra Singh Dhoni. On September 12, 2021, President Kovind honored Indian Naval Aviation with the President's Color Award (INS Hansa). President Kovind honored Indian Naval Aviation with the President's Color Award (INS Hansa), Goa. Which bank has launched all-in-one sweeping machine Wise POSCO for MSME customers? Karnataka Bank. Which bank has launched all-in-one sweeping machine Wise POSCO for MSMEs customer? Karnataka Bank. Which Indian origin Australian citizen has been appointed as the judge of Supreme Court? It's Hemant Dhanji. Which Indian origin Australian citizen has been appointed as the judge of Supreme Court? Hemant Dhanji. Experts from the United States have started the search for the oldest ice on which continent? Antarctica. Experts from which country have started search for oldest ice? Antarctica. Its United States has started this search. United States have started the search for oldest ice on which continent? Antarctica. In which city Punjab first breast milk pump has been opened for newborn babies? Ludhiana. In which city Punjab first breast milk milk pump bag had been opened for the newborn babies? That's Ludhiana. The world's largest blood testing center has been started in Britain. The world's largest blood testing center has been started in Britain. Where is India's largest open air furnace opened? Ranikhet, Uttarakhand. Where is India's largest open air furnace opened? Ranikhet, Uttarakhand. Who won the men's single title in US Open Tennis 2021? Dani Medvedev, Russia. Who won the men's single title in the US Open Tennis? Daniil Medvedev, Russia. Who won the women's single title in the US Open Tennis 2021? Emma Raducanu, United Kingdom. Who won the men's single title? It's Daniil Medvedev, Russia. Who won the women's single title in the US Open Tennis 2021? It's Emma Raducanu, UK. Who has won the Italian Grand Prix? Daniel Ricciardo. Who won the Italian Grand Prix? Daniel Ricciardo. Which day was celebrated on 14th September? Hindi Divas. Hindi Divas was celebrated on 14th September. Which state has started Vajra Mission? Chhattisgarh. Chhattisgarh has started Vajra Mission. India and which country have started the Climate Action and Finance Mobilization Dialogue? America. India and which country has started the Climate Action and Finance Mobilization Dialogue? America. Which state has topped in installing solar pump under PM Kusum Yojana? Haryana. Which state has topped in installing solar pump under PM Kusum Yojana? Who has become the first golfer to get the golden visa of Dubai? G. Milkha Singh. Who has become the first golfer to get the golden visa of Dubai? G. Milkha Singh. Which education board has been awarded the UNESCO Literacy Award? Noise. Which educational board has been awarded UNESCO Literacy Award? Noise. Who was awarded the Swami Brahmananda Award? Anand Kumar, founder Super 30. Who was awarded the Swami Brahmananda Award 2021? Anand Kumar, founder of Super 30. Which state government has increased the reservation of women in government jobs 30 to 40%? Tamil Nadu. Which state government has increased the reservation of women in government jobs 30 to 40%? It's Tamil Nadu. Which day was celebrated on 15th September? International Day of Democracy. Which day was celebrated on 15th September? International Day of Democracy. who was awarded the prestigious Rajya Sabha Kriti Puruskar, National Mineral Development Limited, who was awarded the prestigious Rajya Bhasha Kriti Puruskar, National Mineral Development Limited, who got the Golden Visa of Dubai, it's Boni Kapoor, who got the Golden Visa of Dubai on September 15th, Boni Kapoor. Engineers Day was celebrated on 15th September to commemorate whose birth, Sir M. Viswa, Viswasaraya. Engineers Day was celebrated on 15th September to commemorate whose birth anniversary, Sir M. Viswasaraya. On September 15, the Union Cabinet has approved 100% FDI in which sector? Telecom sector. The Union Cabinet has approved 100% FDI in which sector? Telecom sector. Who has launched the project Udan on September 15? It's IIT Bombay. The Union Cabinet has approved 100% FDI in which sector? Telecom sector. Who has launched the project Udan? It's IIT Bombay. Which payment bank has launched FASTag-based metro parking facility? Paytm Payment Bank. Which payment bank has launched FASTag-based metro parking? Paytm Payment Bank. Who has been appointed as the acting president of the Asia Olympic Council? Raja Randhir Singh. Who has been appointed as the acting president of the Asia Olympic Council? It's Raja Randhir Singh. Which three Indians have been included in the list of 100 most influential people released by Time magazine? Narendra Modi, Mamata Banerjee, and Adil Poonawalla. Which three Indians have been included in the list of 100 most influential people released by Time magazine? Narendra Modi, Mamata Banerjee, and Adil Poonawalla. PM Narendra Modi launched a new channel by combining Lok Sabha TV and Rajya Sabha TV, not Sansad TV. PM Narendra Modi launched a new channel by combining Lok Sabha TV and Rajya Sabha TV, Sansad TV. Which state has started dry ration scheme? Odisha. Which state has started dry ration scheme? Odisha. Which day was celebrated on 16th September? World Ozone Day. Ozone Day is celebrated on 16th September. This is important question as it is from environment. Here is the rate. Which state government has launched the Matribhumi Yojana to strengthen infrastructure? Uttar Pradesh. Which state government has launched Matribhumi Yojana to strengthen infrastructure? It's Uttar Pradesh. Where Selfie with Temple campaign has started? Uttarakhand. Where Selfie with Temple campaign has started? Uttarakhand. Tata Steel has commissioned India's first plant in Jamshedpur. Tata Steel has commissioned India's first plant for CO2 capture. It's Jamshedpur. Which country has been suspended from 2022 Winter Olympics by the International Olympic Committee, North Korea? Which country has been suspended from the 2022 Winter Olympics? It's International Olympic Committee, North Korea. US, UK, and which country have jointly announced the formation of Security Partnership? AU, KUS, Australia. US, UK, and which country have jointly announced the formation of Security Partnership? AU, KUS, Australia. Where India's largest floating solar PV plant has been commissioned, Andhra Pradesh. Where India's largest floating solar PV plant has been commissioned, Andhra Pradesh. Who has issued India's first Euro Green Bond, Power Finance Corporation. Who has issued India's first Euro Green Bond, Power Finance Corporation. Who has launched the digital commerce platform, EQ INX, September, Infosys. Who has launched the digital commerce platform, EQNOX, it's Infosys. Which country former cricketer Michael Holding has retired from commentary? West Indies. Which country's former cricketer Michael Holding has retired from commentary? West Indies. Which day was celebrated on 17th September? World Patient Safety Day and Hyderabad Liberation Day. Which day was celebrated on 17th September? World Patient Safety Day and Hyderabad Liberation Day. Where was the 21st meeting of the Council of Head of the State of the Shanghai Cooperation Organization held? Dushanbe, Tajikistan. Tajikistan. Where was the 21st meeting of the Council of Head of the State of Shanghai Cooperation Organization held? Dushanbe, Tajikistan. Which has become the fifth largest stock market in the world? India. Which has become the fifth largest stock market in the world? India. On September 17, 2021, who has announced to build 5,000 EV charging stations in next 3 years? HPCL. Who has announced to build 5,000 EV charging stations in the next 3 years? HPCL. Who tops the FIFA ranking released? Belgium. Who tops the FIFA ranking released? Belgium. Who has acquired US-based coding platform Tinker by Juice? Who has acquired US-based coding platform Tinker by Juice? Who has been appointed Lokpal of DDCA? Indu Malhotra. Who has been appointed Lokpal of DDCA? Indu Malhotra. In which state Guru Ghasidas National Park has been made the 53rd tiger reserve of the country? It's Chhattisgarh. In which state Guru Ghasidas National Park has been made the 53rd tiger reserve of the country? It's Chhattisgarh. Which state has celebrated the 143rd birthday anniversary of E.V. Ramaswamy as Social Justice Day? Tamil Nadu. Which state has celebrated the 143rd birthday anniversary of E.V. Ramaswamy as Social Justice Day? Tamil Nadu. Which day was celebrated on 18th September? It's World Bamboo Day. Which day was celebrated on 18th September? World Bamboo Day. Who has become the president of International Civil Aviation Organization ICAO? Shefali Juneja, India. Who has become the president of International Civil Aviation Organization ICAO? Shefali Juneja, India. Who has been appointed as the CMD of National Small Industries Corporation Limited? Alka Naninga Arora. Who has been appointed as the CMD of National Small Industries Corporation? Alka Nangia Arora. Nangia. Who won the Asian Snooker Championship? Pankaj Advani. Who won the Asian Snooker Championship 2021? It's Pankaj Advani. Which day was celebrated on 18th September with the theme Importance of War? World Water Monitoring Day. Which day was celebrated on 18th September with theme Importance of Water? World Water Monitoring Day on 18th September. Where was India's 61st Software Technological Park Center opened? Kohima, Nagaland. Where was India's 61st Software Technology Park Center opened? Kohima, Nagaland. Where Khadi and Village Industries Commission has launched spin scheme to empower the pottery community. It's Varanasi. Where India, where Khadi and Village Industries Commission has launched spin scheme to empower the potter community. It's Varanasi. Who has been appointed by the National United Nations as an advocate of the Sustainable Development Goals, Satyarthi, who has been appointed by the Union Nation as an advocate of the Sustainable Development Goals, Kailash Satyarthi. Which state Sira Khon, Hateli chili, and Tamenglong orange have got GI tag? It's Manipur. Which states Siracom, Hatiti chili, and Tamilong orange have got GI tag? It's Manipur. Who has launched a mobile app named Pragati? It's LIC. Who has launched a mobile app named Pragati? LIC. Which states Chichandwara University has been renamed as Raja Shankar Shah University? Madhya Pradesh. Which state Chichandwara University has been renamed as Raja Shankar Shah University? It's Madhya Pradesh. Who has become the first winner of Big Boss OTT? Divya Agrawal. Who has become the first winner of Big Boss OTT? Divya Agrawal. Which state government has declared Cutly Fish as the state fish? Second. Which state government has declared cutlet fish as the state fish? Second. Manika Sayokant has been appointed as the Goodwill Ambassador of which state for water conservation? It's Haryana. Manika Sayokant has been appointed as the Goodwill Ambassador of which state for water conservation? It's Haryana. Which state has approved a bill to give 75% quota to local resident in private job? Jharkhand. Which state has approved a bill to give 75% quota to local resident in private job? Jharkhand. Who has become the first woman excavation engineer of India? Shivani Meena. Shivani Meena has become the first woman excavation engineer of India. Niti Aayog, and who has partnered to provide free education in 112 aspirational districts of India. Byju's. Niti Aayog, who has partnered to provide free education in 112 aspirational districts of India. Byju's. Which country tops the Global Innovative Index? It's Switzerland. India's ranked by 46. Who has been honored with the Ramkrishna Bajaj Memorial Award? It's Gautam Adani. Who was honored with the Ramkrishna Bajaj Memorial Award? Gautam Adani. Who became the 17th Grandmaster of India? R. Raja Ritwik. Who became the 17th Grandmaster of India? R. Raja Ritwik. Which actor has been given an honorary doctorate in Hindu studies by Hindu University of America? Anupam Kher. Which actor has been given an honorary doctorate in Hindu studies by Hindu University of America? Anupam Kher. Who has been appointed as the Director of Public Policy by Facebook India? Rajiv Agrawal. Who has been appointed as the Director of Public Policy Facebook India? Rajiv Agrawal. The third edition of exercise Samudra Shakti was held between India and which country's navy? It's Indonesia. The third edition of exercise Samudra Shakti was held between India and which country? Indonesia. Which state is on the top in third State Food Security Index 2021, released by FSSAI, Gujarat? Which state is on top in the third State Food Security Index 2021, released by FSSAI? It's Gujarat. Which day was celebrated on 21st September 2021? International Day of Peace and World Alzheimer's Alzheimer's Day. Which day was celebrated on 21st September 2021? International Day of Peace and World Alzheimer's Day. Who is at the top of the ICC Women's Batting Ranking released? Mithali Raj. Mithali Raj is at the top of ICC Women's Batting Ranking. Who has become the ninth member country of Shanghai Cooperation Organization (SCO), Iran. Who has become the ninth member country of Shanghai Cooperation Organization (SCO), Iran. Who has become the fastest Indian to conquer two peaks located in Africa and Russia? Geeta Samota. This is important one. Who has become the fastest Indian to conquer two peaks located in Africa and Russia? Geeta Samota. Who has become the first player to play 200 matches for an IPL team? Virat Kohli. Who has become the first player to play 200 matches for an IPL team? Virat Kohli. Which ministry has launched a pan-India special campaign named Ek Pahal? Ministry of Law and Justice. Which ministry has launched a pan-India special campaign named Ek Paheli? Ministry of Law and Justice. Who was honored with the National Florence Nightingale Award? S.P. Saraswati. Who was honored with the National Florence Nightingale Award? S.B. S.B. Saraswati. Which day was celebrated on September 22? World Rhino Day. World Rhino Day was celebrated on September 22. Sana Ramchand Gulwani became the first Hindu woman civil servant of which country? Pakistan. Sana Ramchand Gulwani became the first Hindu woman civil servant of which country? Pakistan. Which state government has announced to set up an electronic park? Uttar Pradesh. Which state government has announced to set up an electronic park? It's Uttar Pradesh. Who won the title of Norway Chess Open 2021? Masterclass. India's D. Gokes, who won the title of Norwegian Chess Open 2021 Masterclass. India D. Gokes. Which two beaches of India have got the blue flag certification? Kovalam, Tamil Nadu and Eden, Puducherry. Which two beaches of India have got the blue flag certification? Kovalam, Tamil Nadu and Eden, Puducherry. Who has been appointed as the Secretary of Civil Ministry of Civil Aviation? Rajiv Bansal. Who has been appointed as the Secretary of the Ministry of Civil Aviation? Rajiv Bansal. According to the information of September 22, a tea park is being set up in Chayagaon of which state? Assam. According to the information of September 22, a tea park is being set up in Chayagaon of which state? Assam. Which day was celebrated on 23rd September with the theme We Sign for Human Rights, International Signal Language Day. Which day was celebrated on 23rd September with the theme We Sign for Human Rights, International Sigma Language Day. Which country's Firoz Paija Bitter has received the Chainmaker Award? Bangladesh. Which country's Firoz Paija Bitter has received the Chainmaker Award? Bangladesh. According to the report released on September 23rd, who has become the highest paid footballer? Cristiano Ronaldo. According to the report released on September 23rd, who has become the highest paid footballer? Cristiano Ronaldo. Who won the title of IBSF 6 Red Snooker World Cup in Doha? Pankaj Advani. Who won the title of IBSF 6 Red Snooker World Cup 2021 in Doha? Pankaj Advani. Who composed the official anthem song Live the Game, Love the Game for the ICC Men's T20? Amit Trivedi. Who composed the official anthem song Live the Game, Love the Game for the ICC Men's T20? Amit Trivedi. Who has been honored with the SDG Progress Award? Bangladesh PM Sheikh Hasina. Who has been honored with the SDG Progress Award? Bangladesh PM Sheikh Hasina. Where did the first edition of Himalayan Film Festival 2021 begin? It's Leh Ladakh. Where did the first edition of Himalayan Film Festival 2021 begin? Leh Ladakh. According to the UN Food Agency report, in which country 16 million people are heading towards starvation? Yemen. According to UN Food Agency report, in which country 16 million people are heading towards starvation? Yemen. In which in which state the foundation for the development of Parshuram Kund has been laid on September 24? Arunachal Pradesh. In which state the foundation of development for the development of Parshuram Kund has been laid? Arunachal Pradesh. A crater at the south pole of the moon was named after Arctic explorer Matthew Denson. A crater at the south pole of the moon was named after Arctic explorer Matthew Denson. Which country former PM Gordon Brown has been appointed as WHO Ambassador for Global Health Financing? UK. Which country's former PM Gordon Brown has been appointed as WHO Ambassador for Global Health Financing? UK. Which state has approved Agarwood Policy 2021 to promote agarwood timber business? Tripura. Which state has approved the Agarwood Policy 2021 to promote agarwood timber business? Tripura. The world's tallest electric vehicle charging station was inaugurated in Kaja, Himachal Pradesh. The world's tallest electric vehicle charging station was inaugurated in Kaja, Himachal Pradesh. On September 24, in which city of Odisha the first silk yarn production center has been set up? Cuttack. In which city of Odisha the first silk yarn production center has been set up? Cuttack. Who released the US-based audiobook titled Jungle Nama? Amitabh Ghosh. Amitabh Ghosh, who has released the US-based audiobook titled Jungle Nama. Amitabh Ghosh, who won the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation Global Goalkeeper Award 2021. Fumile Malabo Anguka, who won the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation Global Goalkeeper Award 2021, Umile Melambo Kuku, which they were celebrated on 25 September, World Pharmacist Day. World Pharmacist Day was celebrated on 25th September. Which session of the United Nations General Assembly was addressed by PM Modi in New York at 76? Which session of the United Nations General Assembly was addressed by PM Modi at 76? Where was the first National Cooperative Conference held? New Delhi. Where was the first National Cooperative Conference held? New Delhi. Where was India's first Atal Community Innovation Center inaugurated? Jaipur. Where was India's first Atal Community Innovation Center inaugurated? Jaipur. Who has been appointed as the Additional Director General of Coast Guard? Virendra Singh Pathania. Who has been appointed as the Additional Director General of Coast Guard? Virendra Singh Pathania. Antyodaya Divas was celebrated on 25th September to mark whose birth? Pandit Deen Dayal Upadhyay. Antyodaya Divas was celebrated on 25th September to mark whose birth? Pandit Deen Dayal Upadhyay. Which country topped the Digital Quality of Life Index 2021? Denmark. India's rank was 59. Which country tops the Digital Quality of Life Index 2021? It's Denmark. India's rank was 59. Where was the state fire testing laboratory has been launched? Kohima. Where was the state fire testing laboratory has been launched? Kohima. India has signed an agreement for joint development of a small satellite for which country? Bhutan. India has signed an agreement for joint development of a small satellite for which country? Bhutan. Who secured the first position in the civil services examination? Shubham Kumar. He is from Katia, Bihar. Who has secured the first position in civil services examination? Shubham Kumar, Katihar, Bihar. Which day was celebrated on 26 September? World River Day and World Environment Health Day. World River Day and World Environment Health Day were celebrated on 26 September. Which state Shojat Mehendi has got GI tag? Rajasthan. Which state Shojat Mehendi has got GI tag? Rajasthan. Who has been appointed as the new commander of the Western Command of Army? K.K. Khanduri. Who has been appointed as the new commander of Western Command of Army? K.K. Khanduri. Which state government has launched Samparan Portal and Hunar App? It's Haryana. Which state government has launched Samarpan Portal and Hunar App? Haryana. Where was the North India's largest plamatum placed to grow the tree variety palm inaugurated? Uttarakhand. Where was the North India's largest plamatum placed to grow the tree variety palm inaugurated? It's Uttarakhand. India and which country has launched the Task Force on Hydrogen and Biofuels? America. India and which country has launched the Task Force on Hydrogen and Biofuels? America. The CM of which state has announced the opening of Digital De-Addiction Center for Children? It's Kerala. The CM of which state has announced the opening of Digital De-Addiction Center for Children? It's Kerala. Who has been selected as the most outstanding campaign in India in survey conducted by Asian Money? It's LPFC Bank. Who has been selected as the most outstanding company in India in survey conducted by Asian Money, LPFC Bank. CBSE and which IIT have decided to start online services? Eklavya, IIT Gandhinagar. CBSE and which IIT have decided to start online series? Eklavya, IIT Gandhinagar. Which day was celebrated on 27th September? World Tourism Day. World Tourism Day is celebrated on 27th September. Who addressed the first National Cooperative Conference? Amit Shah. Who addressed the first National Cooperative Conference? Amit Shah. Who has been elected as the head of the Audit Bureau of Circulation? Debabrata Mukherjee. Debabrata Mukherjee has been elected as the head of the Audit Bureau of Circulation. Which state's Naga cucumber has got GI tag? Nagaland. Which state's Naga cucumber has got the GI tag? Nagaland. Who won the Russian Grand Prix? Lewis Hamilton. Who won the Russian Grand Prix? Lewis Hamilton. who has become the first Indian player to score 10,000 runs in T20 cricket, Virat Kohli, who has become the first Indian player to score 10,000 runs in T20 cricket, Virat Kohli, who launched the Digital Health Mission on September 27, Prime Minister Narendra Modi, who has launched the Digital Health Mission on September 27, Prime Minister Narendra Modi, who won the Australian Open WTA double title on September 28, Sania Mirza and Zhang Shuhai of China, who won the Australian Open WTA double title, Sania Mirza and Zhuang Shuhai, China, who has been appointed by the financial services company Mastercard Inc. as its global brand ambassador, Magnus Carlsen, who has been appointed by the financial services company Mastercard Inc. as its global brand ambassador, Magnus Carlsen. Which country has named the cyclonic storm Gulab to rise from the Bay of Bengal, Pakistan? Which country has named the cyclonic storm Gulab to rise from the Bay of Bengal, Pakistan? On whose death anniversary World Rabies Day was celebrated? Louis Pasteur. On whose death anniversary World Rabies Day was celebrated? Louis Pasteur. Who conducted the first successful test of Akash Prime missile from Integrated Test Range Chandipur, Odisha? It's DRDO. Who conducted the first successful test of Akash Prime missile from Integrated Test Range Chandipur, Odisha? DRDO. Who took over as the 34th Director General of National Cadet Corps (NCC), Gurpirpal Singh, who took over as the 34th Director General of National Cadet Corps (NCC), Gurpirpal Singh, which day was celebrated on 29 September, Earth Day. World Earth Day was celebrated on 29 September. Who became the first woman Speaker of Gujarat Legislative Assembly? Nimaben Acharya. Nimaben Acharya became the first woman Speaker of Gujarat Legislative Assembly. Where was the Vyojika Sanskrit Festival completed by the Indian Army? Kolkata. Where was the Bijo- Byojio Sanskrit Festival was completed by Indian Army? Kolkata. Which village of Madhya Pradesh has been chosen as the most beautiful village of the country by United Nations Tourism Organization? Ladpur. Ladpur village of Madhya Pradesh has been chosen as the most beautiful village of the country by United Nations World Tourism Organization. Who has appointed new president of All India Management Association (AIMA)? C.K. Ranganathan. C.K. Ranganathan has been appointed new president of All India Management Association, which day was celebrated on 30th with the theme United in Translation, International Translation Day. International Translation Day was celebrated on 30th September. On September 30, who has launched Landsat 9 satellite to monitor the Earth's surface? It's NASA. Who has launched the Landsat 9 satellite to monitor the Earth's surface? NASA. Which country successfully test-fired the hypersonic missile H HNA Song 8? North Korea. Which country has successfully test-fired the hypersonic missile HNSA Song 8? North Korea. Which day was celebrated on 13th September with the theme Seafarers at the Core of Shipping Future, International Maritime Day, which day was celebrated on 30th September. The theme Seafarers at the Core of Shipping Future, International Maritime Day. Who is appointed as the external auditor for the International Atomic Energy Agency IAEA India? Who has won the Ryder Golf Tournament by defeating Europe? It's America. Ryder Golf Tournament by defeating Europe, America. Which state Judima rice wine has been given GI tag? Assam. Judima rice wine has been given GI tag, Assam. Who launched the Nidhi 2.0 scheme on World Tourism Day? Lok Sabha Speaker Om Birla. Nidhi 2.0 scheme on World Tourism Day? Lok Sabha Speaker Om Birla. On September 30, how many scientists were awarded Shanti Swarup Bhatnagar Award? 11. How many scientists were awarded Shanti Swarup Bhatnagar Award? 11. Thanks a lot. This is all. Bye bye.